Here to get ready for our Cup Series from Chicagoland. We're gonna have broadcaster Clay here in the booth again with us, and I don't know if that was Chase joining in, if he's actually in, but we got Clay here who wants to do a little bit of talking here before he gets to his starting lineups.
Yeah, so we're about 5 minutes away from these guys qualifying at Chicagoland. I'm in here alongside my co-host GTR Butters here for the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series. It's great to be back from the holiday break. Hope everyone had a great holiday season. Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas to all of you guys out there, and Happy Hanukkah as well to those that celebrate Hanukkah. Make sure I'll get that in there for Sauce. He'll love hearing that later if he watches. So let's get right into it. Let's talk roster update for the Cup Series. We have a change now. Driving the number 24 full-time is Private Patton, coming up from the Xfinity Series. We mentioned that in our last broadcast. Patton making the jump from Xfinity to Cup, and he jumps into the series 9th in the point standings. I'll get your reaction again on that there, Butters, with Patton moving up to Cup full-time.
Yeah, like I said, it's a long time coming. We kind of said at the beginning of the year he wanted to start out in Xfinity and work his way up. Well, I think his time is now, and I think when Sauce pulled the pin this week and said, we're going to put you in the Cup ride, and now we're just going to make a Cup Series even more competitive. But yeah, it's time to hang and bang for Patton here against the rest of these guys.
So apparently Chase is coming in late for his interview. So Chase, if you want to jump back in here, we'll interview you real quick. Hopefully they can hear you. We were just kind of on a strict time crunch. But if you want to come in, we'll interview you during the Cup race. We are going to continue with our pre-race festivities here for the Cup Series as we're getting ready to go forward with that. But we did have a switch in the Rum Runners camp. Fire Slayer will now be piloting the number 1 as Memory moves over to the number 16. And as well, we did have Heredia exit the Cobra E-Racing Series. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that, but we do have Terrell DePhantom moving up from the Xfinity Series up to the Cup Series to fill in the number 2. And as well, driving the number 34 tonight will be WRX Mike. We also have Just Ken, who will be filling in the 37, and RJ Smitty, who will be filling in for Sludge there in the number 8. I believe everyone else go here for tonight, and we do not have any other roster changes to note. Gorilla Autosport will be racing at full strength. As well, Rum Runners, even though we did have a number swap there, they will be at full strength. And Lost in the Sauce Motorsports will also be at full strength. They will be adding Private Patton to the 24. So there's your roster update. Taking a look at the points here really quick because they're getting into qualifying as I speak. Elite Precision takes over the points lead, 99 points above the cut line, 5 top 10s and 6 starts. Great season for the Black Bear Racing driver. Hot on his heels and 6 points behind is RS Meatwagon in position number 2. A little bit further down, the 17 of Cyogenic is P3. The 48 now of Freedom Flyer is position 4. Blakey T is 5th in points. The rest of the playoff grid looking like this. It's Sauce in 6th. JCR Clashin in 7th. P. Cola is in 8th. Private Patton is 9th. And Guardian is position number 10. Guardian with a 1-point lead over the first guy out, that being the 18 of Cyber. And the rest of the guys below the cut line. In 12th is probably your dad. Mike G's 13th. It's Fire Slayer 14th. Sludge is 15th. The 34 car is credited with 16th in the points right now. Memory is 17th. Taddy is 18th. And JoJo is currently rounding out the field in 19th.
Yeah, and there you have it. Just we got Nike Boy in the stream already. He's all jacked up. He's the first one in. He's saying yo out there in the TV land. And I see we got whoever else is viewing there. Anybody that does join the race tonight, the YouTube stream, Get us some comments out there, man. I will. I keep looking at my phone. I'll try to get your guys' comments and opinions in as we go. But yeah, shout out to Nike Boy. He's in. He's raring to go to watch these Cup guys have at it. Also, just remember to like these videos you want, or for sure subscribe. You will catch the Xfinity races and the Cup races here on the Cobra Racing Series channel here on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to that. The truck races are brought to you on our same channel that our Snake Pit podcast is brought on Monday nights. So if you guys haven't checked that out, get over there, check that out. It's pretty weekly review and upcoming opinions on the race at hand coming up, and also you're going to be able to check out the live streams with Sauce and Brinkerhoff bringing you the truck races. So make sure to check that channel out, subscribe to that one also, hit the button for when we go live. I know our channels are linked to in our Discord channel, but yeah, you guys get out there, spread the word. Let's get some people in there watching, making comments, opinions.
So we are into qualifying now. I am sitting in the lobby waiting for them to finish up here. It looks like we've got pretty much a full field. I trying to make sure that I got everything else correct for each of these teams here tonight. Is there anyone missing from tonight's action?
Taddy.
That is correct. The 37 is supposedly supposed to be piloted by Just Ken. Can you offer some insight there, Clashin? Because I know Clashin will be our end race reporter for tonight. Welcome back to the booth.
I'm sorry, but I have no news on why Taddy's not racing.
Oh well, Just Ken is in the race. I did just skip over his name there in the 37. We
got two guys missing.
We do have two guys missing. I'll have to get a look quick at who that is. Give me just a moment, and I will tell you guys what's going on. Guardian. The 47 of Guardian is nowhere to be found currently.
Do we have a new PlayStation name in here?
Yes, we do. This is the 11 of JoJo Racing on a alternate account.
I got you.
And the number 11. Yes, that is correct.
I was drawing a blank there for a second, Clay. I'm like, who drives that 11 car normal? But yeah, there you go.
And the other car that is missing out of this tonight is, let's see, Fireslayer. Where is Fireslayer? Fireslayer is missing, and as well, Guardian. Those are the two names that I see missing from tonight's list.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, that's big news. That is big news for our Cup Series. Taking a look at the current Cup point standings, we mentioned it with GTR Jacob, who was 1 point to the good. The same thing can be said about Guardian. He is also 1 point to the good. Neither appear to be racing tonight. Well, we know GTR Jacob did not race tonight, but it appears as such that the 47 of Guardian is nowhere to be found at this current time.
Yeah, I'm just kind of paging through Discord real quick and see if I don't see no word of anybody. So did you happen to mention WRX Mike will be driving that 34 Ford Mustang?
Yes, I did.
You did, okay. Brinkerhoff says Cope is filling in for Slayer in the 16, so
Well, in the 1 that would be, because Memory's in the 16 now. So there you go.
Okay. I'm just going off the words of his Brinkerhoff here. So
Yeah. But there was a switch. Even if Brink's not remembering that at this current time, he does have Fire Slayer in the 1 and Memory in the 16. That was a change that happened over the break.
So yeah, we got Just Ken filling in for Taddy, but then we're missing. Okay, I got you. I got her
We're
figured out
missing
now.
Guardian.
Guardian and yeah.
We're waiting to see if we get an entry from the 1. So they just finished up qualifying. Is that correct, Clashin?
Yep.
Okay, so they will be loading back into the lobby momentarily, meaning we're going to have starting lineups due within the next couple minutes, and it's going to be a good one tonight. We're also missing a guy who I expected to be racing tonight in the 51 of Sharp. Sharp nowhere to be found.
Yeah, Sharp
of note.
Yeah, Sharp had planned on running with his under Hall of Fame past champion provisional, and he had chatted about it all week, and something came up where, like I said, he does a lot of his racing when he's on the ship. His job involves being on a boat, and maybe something changed on the boat with his work schedule that he's unable to make it tonight. But yeah, kind of surprised he's not here. Well, that's life, and you never know. Something comes up.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
As soon as I say that.
Yep.
As soon as I say that.
So anybody that does check this stream out quick, well, I'm not gonna get into this because Clay's gonna need these starting all the time he can for the starting lineups.
Yes, I will.
So when he sees it, he's gonna go. I think we're going.
We're getting ready to go is what we're getting ready to do.
I'm assuming he's going to pause it.
Okay, here we go. Starting in position number 18 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, driver of the number 17 Black Bear Racing Ford, it's Cyogenic. Starting in position number 17 from Cutoff, Louisiana, driver of the number 51 Independent Toyota. He's a Cobra Hall of Famer. He's Sharp. Starting in the 17th position tonight, he is from Chicago, Illinois, driver of the number 34 Black Bear Racing Ford. It's WRX Mike. Starting in the 16th position tonight, he is from Grand Rapids, Michigan, driver of the number 37 Venom Racing Chevrolet. It's Just Ken. Oh, wait, we've had some changes to the starting order. I'm not going to be able to get through it fast enough. But he does move up to 15th there in the running order. Going to go to 14th in the running order from Lexington, South Carolina, driving the number 20 Gorilla Autosport Toyota. It's Mike G. Starting in the 13th position tonight, he is from Neceto, Wisconsin, driver of the Venom Racing number 8 Chevrolet. It's R.J. Smitty. Starting in the 12th position tonight from Fayetteville, North Carolina, driver of the number 48 Los in the Sauce Motorsports Chevrolet. It's Freedom Flyer. Starting in the 11th position tonight from Oakland, California, driver of the Black Bear Racing number 2 Ford, it's Terrell DePhantom. Starting in the 10th position tonight from Raven, Virginia, driving the Rum Runners number 43 Chevrolet, it's Blakey T. Starting in the 9th position tonight, he is from San Mateo, California, driving the Gorilla Autosport number 18 Toyota, it's Cyberon K Bionic. Starting in the 8th position tonight, driving the number 11 Gorilla Autosport Toyota from Rome, Italy, it's Jojo. Starting in the 7th position tonight from Bullitt County, Georgia, driving the number 9 Lost in the Sauce Motorsport Chevrolet, it's Sauce. Starting in the 6th position tonight from Lincoln, Nebraska, driving the Rum Runners number 16 Chevrolet, it's Memory. Starting in the 5th position tonight, driving the number 12 Black Bear Racing Ford, it is Elite Precision, the driver from Chicago, Illinois. Starting in the 4th position tonight from Charlotte, North Carolina, driving the Rum Runners number 42 Chevrolet, it's Probably Your Dad. Starting in the 3rd position tonight from Toledo, Ohio, driving the number 24 Lost in the Sauce Motorsports Chevrolet, it's Private Patent. Starting in position number 2 from Wayne, Michigan, driving the Lost in the Sauce Motorsports number 88, it's RS Meatwagon. And on the pole from Pensacola, Florida, driving the Gorilla Autosport number 19 Toyota, it's Picola Gator. And we just got through it. I don't know how we got through it, but we got through it.
And there you go. Yeah, exactly. And there you have it, guys. There you have it. 20 of the baddest e-racing series, e-racing league guys that you can find on this game. So anybody out there going to watch this video, watch this stream, sit back. You're in for a good one, guys.
And we are set to join again. I don't know how I got that done.
Yeah, I believe me, Clay. I don't think I have enough wind to do what you do there, right there.
Whew. Don't know how. But
So, yeah,
I
we're
suppose
loading back up.
I can note, and I think I just saw this. The 3 of JCR Clashin must have lagged out of the lobby.
No, I'm still in here. I switched my connection here, so there was a few reports of flagging and qualifying, so I wanted to do everything I could to switch it and hope it goes away.
Well, there you have it.
Did you get into the race?
Yeah, I'm in the race. I qualified 3rd,
Okay.
backed out, and then got in right before
Okay.
I got you.
Well,
I say
as
that's
we
commitment
jump
right
into
there.
this race, let's give credit to the guy that's from Montoursville, Pennsylvania. That is JCR Clashin that you just heard from. And he will be starting at the back of the field in this one. Let's jump back here to this number 3 real quick. There you go.
Yeah, like I said, as we're turning lap 1 here before Clay takes over with all the play-by-play, like I said, we got, I will say, 19, 20 of the baddest drivers you can find on this game. There's multiple guys here with multiple league championships and other series, other leagues, and it's a real privilege to have these guys all here on a Friday night, bringing you guys some enjoyment here.
And how about this 19 of Picola Gator with the pole? Not something you see out of that 19 too often anymore. I know he's been hard on himself this year, talking with him a little bit. But coming out of the break, he is looking ultra strong here. But he did just give up the lead to the Litzum guys there, and he's got the 24 on his inside.
Yeah, he's pretty much just settled in there. I believe that 3rd, 4th spot there. Like I said, he's stuck on the outside. Looks like he's got a little bit of that middle lane there with another 3rd lane, it looked like, for a moment there for him. But, yeah, I think he's just settled in there too much. I don't think he's fallen back too bad.
And notice a different shade of paint on this number 2 Ford. That's because it's driven by a different driver. Terrell DePhantom, the Oakland, California native, has made it up to the Cup Series driving this number 2. Great move by him, I'll say, changing paint schemes. Different driver, different paint scheme. The 48 of Freedom Flyer is going to get the apron there. He almost got into his team owner and captain there. Goodness is all I'll say about that.
Yeah, so looks like we got a couple different packs here. A little bit of a gap. I couldn't say, well, not too much of a straight two separate packs. Looks like Terrell the Phantom is basically in the middle of the two packs.
So let's run through our picks here just real quick. The guy who's leading this race, the 88 of RS Meatwagon, is the pick for Sauce. Can't really be surprised by that. Sauce likes and trusts in his guys. So that 88 of Meatwagon was Sauce's pick tonight. Let's go over to your pick here, Butters. He's a little bit further back in the pack. That 20 of Mike G. Now, that might not end up being too bad of a pick for you, considering the fact that he won a race at Auto Club, which is kind of a similar track, in essence, to Chicagoland. But Mike G, your pick, kind of want to talk about that there, Butters?
Well, just like I've been saying all week, I go with a guy that I feel with has just been running good. He's got you chat with him, he's always got a positive attitude, he's always confident, so that's how I kind of go off. I just like, hey, Mike G, he's been running hard. That's my man. And he kind of looks like he's running kind of like where Nuka started out in Xfinity Series. So we'll see if he's got a plan to work his way up to that front there, if he can get up there and have something there at the end for him.
Now, we'll have to see how these potential internet issues play out, but Chase's pick to go back-to-back after winning at Charlotte is JCR Clashin in the 3. I'll let you know about that there, Clashin, if you didn't already. Chase is going with you to repeat again tonight. We'll have to see how the internet issues could potentially play out for you, but you are his pick. The pick for Brink, I don't think anyone would be surprised that he is going with the 17 of Cyogenic, who is right now at the back of the pack currently. In this one, don't know if he could be saving a little bit, just not really wanting to go after it this early. But he is Brink's pick for tonight. And my pick for tonight, I kind of went outside the box here just a little bit. As I watched my guy get moved up the racetrack there by Terrell, I'm not really surprised by that. But my pick tonight, if I can get over here to him, is the 18 of Cyber. He's currently inside the top 5 right now, or at least battling for a top 5 spot. He is well overdue for a race win, I'll tell you that much. For those that know Cyber in other leagues, people know that this is a guy that not only can win a bunch of races, this is a guy that can compete for championships. He is a fantastic driver, just hasn't found his footing in Cobra yet. And he is just outside the playoff cut line, 1 point behind Guardian, who did not show tonight. So I'll be curious to see how the night falls for the 18 of Cyber.
So yeah, just quick question there for Clashin. Clashin, how's the lobby looking for you out there? Are there guys jumping around, or is there a server deal maybe at all, or do you got smooth sailing right now?
Right now in qualifying, everyone's jumping around, but right now I haven't seen any lag from anyone, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. On their screen, I could be all over the place, but it doesn't look like it.
Okay. Because right now in the broadcast, I'm getting some jumping around, so I just didn't know if it was my end or maybe something going on out there. But yeah, we'll just go with it. We're at the mercy of the game.
My end.
Good.
Let's get up here to the front. Oh, do I see a car on pit road? I do. The 37 of Ken is on pit road. The 17 is on pit road. What do you make of that there, Clashin? Guy's already on pit road.
Got about 20 laps of fuel left. 32, yeah. Short pitting, trying to get on 4 fresh tires early. They were so far behind, I don't think it's gonna do anything for him.
Let's jump back up here to the front, as this has become quite the battle. You see the 11 of JoJo at the front of the field now. We missed that change for the lead. You got a couple of Let'em guys. You got Freedom Flyer and RS Meatwagon up here with the Chicago native of Elite Precision trailing there in 4th. Terrell, the guy, in position number 5. Now, JoJo's the guy who is last in the points right now. This is just how crazy the Cobra E-Racing Series is. The guy that's last in the Cup point standings is currently leading this race. But listen, JoJo is not a quote-unquote last-place driver. understand that. He just got elevated just a few weeks ago to Gorilla Autosport in the Cup Series. And he's only made a couple of Cup starts to this point, but he's already started to make the best out of them there, Butters.
Yeah, that's all to say. He, he started out missing. He's new to the league, so if you're going to look at it, we're probably third over of the season, but he's missed, the first quarter of it. So for the time that he's been here, it's super impressive. Like I said, he had his couple runs in trucks where he needed to start out, got signed it through the waivers, and now he's up here running the Cup right here for gas, and there you have it. He's leading this race here from Chicago.
This is also the second time in the history of the Cobra E Racing Series that two brothers are racing in this race. Of course, the 34 of WRX Mike is real-life brothers with the 12 of Elite Precision. I mentioned that because this is their home racetrack. They are Chicago natives. So I wanted to give them their due credit there because this is their home racetrack. So great story there as they make history for the second time here in Cobra.
I hope they're not Bears fans.
Oh, man, I would hope not as well. But I know they're both excited to be in this race. And they happen to have their good friend up with them in this race, too, the two of Terrell. All three of them driving for Black Bear Racing alongside Cyogenic. So you got some pretty good chemistry, I'd say, in the Cup Series there for Black Bear with three good friends there.
Yeah.
You see the 12 going underneath the 48, and I believe the 2's going to follow. Maybe not, though.
Going back to what you said a little bit here before if we get some action, Clay, you just said it, good friends. I know you've talked on the podcast, you've mentioned in chats that, as a captain, you want to always just draft the fastest guys out there. You need some camaraderie with these guys, and if you get buddies on the same team, that makes a pretty strong team. So, like I said, with them guys being all good friends out there, the attitude's going to stay fresh, and I believe it's going to bring success to certain teams if that's how they go about it.
And see, there's been some changes to that Black Bear Racing stable. So this is the first time this season that all three of these guys are racing in the same series. Typically, WRX Mike is racing in the Xfinity Series, and Terrell just has been bouncing around, really. He's been bouncing around the Truck Series, the Xfinity Series. He's been traded already this year, one time, from Venom over to Black Bear Racing in exchange for Del Gatro. That was a trade before the Christmas break that went down. But this is the first time these three have got to race, not only just in the same organization, but in the same team. So now is where you have a little bit of chemistry there in the Black Bear Racing stable. But they've also had pretty solid chemistry in trucks as well. Klein's doing a great job heading up that truck team down there that we'll see later tonight. Tennessee Whiskey Racing, they've had a really solid go of things. So things starting to come together here a little bit for the Black Bear Racing stable.
Yeah, I just need to mention there, throw it up to you, Clay, to see who's leading this race right now. One of the biggest underdogs, I believe. He's always been a dark horse. He doesn't get much attention. He doesn't get much talked about, but yeah, that 48 there, Freedom Flyer, here he is, flexing his muscles again for another week.
Well, I can kind of flex on this one a little bit. I probably should have picked him tonight, knowing what he can do here at Chicagoland in a separate league. He got my first win here at Chicagoland, so I suppose I should have given some more love to that driver of the number 48 from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Freedom Flyer is no dark horse. That's not the word to put next to his name here. He is bona fide good here at Chicagoland.
Yeah, but he's kind of one of those guys that just, he flies under the radar. I know he's very talented, but just, he doesn't get the attention brought to like some of the other drivers in the league as being as talented as he is. So, I
And
know
here's the other thing is that the dude doesn't ever give himself enough credit.
that's what I'm getting
he's
at.
a lot
Yes.
like me in that regard. Freedom is such a humble dude, too. Sometimes the balance isn't perfect for him on his cars, and he kind of pinballs around sometimes. But he is one of the nicest guys you'll meet out there, one of the most humble guys. He's always quick to say, nope, I'm sorry, it was my fault, I did it. As you see him going 3 wide here between the 2 and the 11, he's always quick. He's always quick on the gun to say, no, I did it, it's my fault. Don't be upset at anyone else. Be upset at me if you're going to be upset at someone. He's a class act guy. Love the man. He is fantastic, and he deserves a lot more credit than he gets.
Exactly. Couldn't agree with you more there, Clay.
Noticed a few laps back some troubles for the 8 of R.J. Smitty. He's fallen well off the lead pack here. Same for the 37 of Just Ken. And Clash, and you're kind of hanging on to the back here of this third pack. What's kind of going on here that you're noticing?
Well, I was going to pass the 9 about a lap ago, but then I started seeing some cars wiggle, so I didn't want to ruin anyone's race. I just fell to the back, try to save some fuel, some tire, because my plan right now is probably to take no tires here. Maybe get some stage points.
So I noticed you got quite the end there compared to the 34 there. So 34 just a little bit loose there. He's headed for pit road, it looks like.
That was my bad, because I cannot talk and drive at the same time.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I'll make sure to let the 34 know there if he might be just a little upset about that. But because that's not your fault, that's my fault asking you a question there. But but yeah, seems like there's a number of varying strategies going on here. Part of it has to do with your internet, but there might be something. Oh, wrecking in front of you there, the 19 and 51 of wrecked on the backstretch. Is that going to bring the caution out?
I don't know how that was a caution, but it was a caution.
It'll bring a caution out for the first time this evening. I'm trying to... Sauce is streaming. Patent's streaming, so is Sauce. Okay. We'll go to Sauce's point of view here. We're going to be looking at about 10 laps to go here in stage 1. Is that right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, it'll be about 11.
11 to go, okay. Believe the 88 will have the race lead there. As it appears a few of the guys might have fallen back a little bit from the pack. The 11 has fallen back to 48 and the 2, leaving the 88 and 12 up at the front. I don't know quite what might have happened there, but let's see. So at the front of the field is going to wind up being the 34 of WRX Mike. I'm guessing it was because he literally just pitted, and he's going to go ahead and stay out. Not a bad decision because he was on pit road at the time of the caution, so he's going to assume the race lead here, and that's got to feel good for the hometown favorite with his brother right there behind him. You like seeing that, I think, if you're a fan of that camp. Really, just in general, you like seeing two brothers making it 1-2 here, but it's going all to do here. The 2's bouncing around a little bit there, getting antsy there on the restart there. And a lot appears to be going on as we're up 2x2 almost all the way back through the field. But it's JoJo that's pushing through for the race lead again, underneath the 12 of Elite Precision. "12 of Elite Precision is our points leader, and the guy that's hot on his heels is that 88 of RS Meatwagon. These two guys have a storied history between each other, just in the league racing scene in general. Two of the most competitive guys that I've ever seen or raced with or against are duking it out at the top of the Cup standings here. And they've got another guy that's ultra competitive that's right there in front of them there, Butters, at 11, continuing to show out.
Yeah, I mean, JoJo just continues to be very, very strong car tonight as he's followed by the 88 of Meat Wagon with Elite and that number 12 right there running third. But yeah, there's a few guys in the back there like Private Patton's lurking. You got the 18 of Cyber K Bionic, I believe. Yep, that's him. And then Freedom Flyer. So, I mean, like you say, Clay, every week, any one of these guys could be up here running in this top three. So it's just a matter of time who puts themselves in a position at the end of the race, I believe.
Yeah, and when you get a 2-week break like this, you notice the guys that put in the work, that put in the practice, and the guys that don't put in the work or put in the practice. Weeks off can mean practice. Weeks off can mean no practice. It just depends on who you are and what you want to do. If you want to compete for a title, practice might be the way to go. Just speaking from experience and watching how things go here in Cobra, as you see the 88 getting clear of the 12 for second.
Yeah, going back to the holiday break, we had those 2 weeks off, and it all depends on how the guys took it. Some of them, I believe, just took the 2 weeks off and enjoyed the holidays. But there was guys, we actually ran fun lobbies the week of Christmas and New Year's because some of these guys just wanted to get out and turn laps. So, in the off weeks, we still had a little bit. You could almost say like some practice runs and stuff like that for upcoming tracks on the schedule. But yeah, these guys, there was a few guys that wanted to keep racing all the way through. So I was glad we were able to put some things together there for those guys during those 2 weeks off.
There's been some issues, heavy damage to the front end of the number 16 of Memory. Don't know if he got caught up in a wreck, single car wreck, and no caution. That appears what might have happened there. Anything to note about that there, Clashin? Did you happen to see what might have happened to the 16?
Yeah. We were 3 wide coming out of 2, and the 16 got into the wall in front of us, and there was nowhere for anyone to go.
Yeah, 9's got quite a bit of damage, too, on his front end. Not sure if that has to do with the same situation.
43 as well. 43 has a lot of right front damage to that number 43 DoorDash Camaro.
Yeah, the 43 of Blakey T. Yeah, you're right. He looks like he's got quite a bit of front end damage. Running not ran very often paint scheme there on that 43 car there. Usually you see him in the petty blue, mostly petty blue schemes, and today he's got that all red. It looks like it's a nice looking paint scheme there.
That was the stage. That was the stage. The stage win's going to go to JoJo. Cyogenic will get stage 2, or get P2 in stage number 1. Third place in the stage is going to go to Xander, RS Meatwagon, that is. Fourth will go to Private Patent. Fifth is going to go, I believe, to Cyber. Sixth is going to go to Freedom Flyer, I do believe. Seventh, Elite Precision, maybe? I can't tell what's going on here.
Freedom Flyer, 7th, Sharp with 8. And then after that, it disappeared.
What about Elite Precision? Was he 6th? Or 5th?
I think he was 5th.
A lot happened. Let's just say that. Let's leave it at that. But it's the 11 that's going to lead us back to the green flag. And man, a terrible pit stop for the 17. What happened? He's all the way at the back. Was he a lap down?
He might have been. Yeah, he might have been. He might have been in that wreck.
He must have been a lap down there. Because he's all the way here at the back. So I'm guessing he was not P2 in that stage. Here I was thinking he was racing his way up inside the top 5. He's going to have to do it again here. As we drive into the back straightaway, and here you go. Here you go. I said it. Now, I said it. Can he sustain it? It's going to be the question. But look at that second place runner, the 18 of Cyber. He is here. Can he keep it up here? He's ran in the top 5, top 6 most of the night. And he's right there behind his teammate in the 11. How long's it been? Anyone out there in the chat that's been following Cobra for a while, or for some of the admins or captains that are out there not racing in this race, when's the last time the 18 went to victory lane in the Cup Series in Cobra? Does anyone know? Because I don't. It's been a while, hadn't it, Butters?
Oh, it's been a while, but I know who did.
It's got to be GTR Mike.
Yep. Mike was the last one to drive that 18 to a victory.
The question is when?
Was it Kansas?
Was it Kansas in season? That would have been season number 2.
I don't think Mike won ahead. I don't think Mike had a win last year. This last year.
No, he didn't have a win last year.
So he had to. Yeah, because he was a track champion the year before, or he was league champion. And I know he won races that year, so I just don't know what actually last track that the 18 ran or won at, but
see out in the chat there, I see Desks717 saying go 11, go JoJo. Well, there you go. We got a JoJo fan out there in the chat. Anyone else out there in the chat, let us know who you are rooting for here tonight.
yeah, guys, let's hear it.
I know we typically would have Guardian's grandmother in watching this race, but I'm assuming, since he did not make tonight's race, that she is not watching. She might be, though. If so, that's great. Please stick around and watch. This is going to be a great race.
Yeah, if she is, and she has watched, she has joined pretty much, I think, every race so far this season, so shout out to her if she does come back and watch this, but maybe there is a little bit of a planned family thing or something going on if she's not watching and Guardian is not racing, so could be something going on tonight family-wise, but yeah, shout out to her. We got a, probably could say one of our best fans out there. She joins in pretty much every week there to watch her.
I'm sitting here looking at the pack of about 15 cars right now, maybe more at that. Yeah, I'm going to go with about the first 16 or 17. What position are you in, Clashin?
17.
So that's the first 17 cars all in a line. It seems like you guys are relatively content to click off some laps here. I see some too wide battling a little bit further back.
Yeah, my plan is to ride and hope for some green flag pit stops.
Yeah, and I mean that's being this stage very well could work out for you. I mean it's not a bad thing of a bad thing to be thinking right now, Clashin. That's
Oh, we have a car going through the grass on 1 and 2.
oh.
Let's see who that might have been.
The 8.
The 8 of RJ Smitty's gone around again. We saw him have a pretty solid run in the Xfinity Series. I see the 42, probably your dad, has also lost the lead pack here, as he has some heavy right front damage to that number 42 Chevrolet Camaro.
So the 42 is 2 laps down and RJ is 1 lap down.
I understand. Thank you for that information.
So speaking of RJ, I mean this guy's gotten 2 hot seats in his first of the week back. And if he drives a truck, he's going to run three races in one night. So if you talk about a guy who's knocking the rust off.
He is not. He got brought up to Taddy's Xfinity team.
So he is okay.
He's a full-time Xfinity runner, but he's getting a Cup hot seat tonight.
I got you. I apologize.
It's not a look now, but a certain Cobra Hall of Famer sitting in position number 5, looking for position number 4. How about Sharp in the 51?
Yeah, he's found his way starting in the back with this race. He's found his way running up in that top 5. Yeah, like you said, top 5, running 4th right now.
And you know what? He's races already this year, maybe 3, but I know he's ran 2 for sure, because I know he ran Iowa and he ran Charlotte, and he might have been up at the front at one point in both of those races, but he was not a major player in either race. Think about that. Our defending series champ, Sharp, while he was up front at a certain point in each race, hasn't finished on the podium, let alone win. That's a crazy thing to think about.
I could be wrong, Clay, but I thought we had him in for an interview earlier in the season.
I don't feel like he has a podium. I might be wrong, and I'll have to ask him. But I don't. He might have gotten one at Iowa, but I know he didn't at Charlotte. Here goes the battle for the lead, though.
We talked to him so much last year, maybe that's where it's kind of blending in.
Yeah, we had him in for the Tatty's Turkey Road Challenge because he did win that. We did have a change for the race lead here real quick. Elite Precision does go around the 11 of JoJo. There you go. And let's remind for the folks that are watching from the sidelines right now, the 12 of Elite Precision has not won a race yet this year. The 11 of JoJo has not won a race yet this year. The 18 of Cyber has not won a race yet this year. Let's look at the rest of the top 5. The 51 has not won a race yet this year. And as well, let me get back here. The 2 of Terrell has not won a race this year. The 24 of Patton, I don't believe has won a cup race this year, but he has won an Xfinity. The 48 of Freedom Flyer has not won a race yet this year. Number of guys up here at the front. The 9 of Sauce hasn't won a race yet this year. The 88 of Xander hasn't won a race yet this year. A number of guys up here at the front have not won races yet this season. You have to go back to that second pack to find our first cup winner of the season, and it's the 17 of
37 in the wall.
37 in the wall hard, it appears.
He was able to gather back up with, didn't cause nothing major, but yeah. He did get in contact with it.
Just remember, our Daytona winner, Nuka, who just won the Xfinity race tonight, is not in this race. And as well, Cyogenic does have 3 wins this year. Heredia also has a win, who is no longer racing with us. And our other race winner, JCR Clashin, he's outside the top 10. Mike G also outside the top 10. A couple of other race winners this year. So, in the Cup Series, all these guys at the front are hungry. They have not won a race yet. You see the 51 starting to fall back a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a planned deal or...
Oh, 2 gets the apron and hits the 24 up the racetrack. Believe the 2 might be pitting this time by. Interesting move by that 2. If he is indeed pitting. No, he signaled to pit, but he didn't pit. Let's get back up here at the front. It's a 3-car breakaway at this current moment. 12 of Elite Precision, the 11 of JoJo, and the 18 of Cyber breaking away here. These guys are all rookies in the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series, all having joined this season. Isn't that something to think about there, Butters?
Yeah. I mean, to think about these guys all running rookies, or all rookies running here, leading this group here. It just shows that don't get me wrong here with Cobra, but it just shows.
The 12 gets the wall, and the 11's gonna get spun as a result.
Oh, tough. Almost
and
took the 51
there's a lot
with
of damage to that number 11 of JoJo. Heavy left or right rear damage. And I don't know, that was very awkward to me. Elite Precision, not a guy who has internet issues. So I'm wondering, and JCR Clashin, you might have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe at certain racetracks in this game there is a glitch off of turn 2 down the backstretch in the wall, and I believe the 12 may have hit the glitch. Is there a glitch?
I know the glitch you're talking about. I know there's a glitch off of 4, but I don't know about down the backstretch if there's that glitch.
I don't know. Sure I don't know if the 12 got too loose, too tight, and got into the wall, and the 11 just didn't expect it. But that was very awkward from my point of view. I don't know if you had your camera on it there, Butters. You might have been looking at something else. But that was very, very weird, the way that went down. But that brings the 24 of Patton into the mix now as the third car in this pack. And I believe the 18 has just a little bit of damage from that incident. I'm looking at the left front of the 18 that is very slightly crinkled in. Looking at the, you see, if you know this game, and if you're watching on my end, you can see what I'm talking about there. Right there above the E and Skittles, you can see that there's a little bit of space there between the hood flap and the hood. That's damaging and working with some damage right now. Did you see that as well, Butter? Show them what I'm talking about. Put the hood cam on Cyber's number 18, and you'll notice that there's a little bit on the hood flap that's above the E in the Skittles.
Yep.
The hood flap. You can notice that there's a little bit of damage there. You notice the hood flap that's above the K is intact for the most part. That lets me know that there's some left front damage on that number 18 that could be hindering the number 18's performance. The leaders are going to be coming up on a lap car here. It's the 34 of WRX Mike. Don't know what might have happened to him as the 12 is headed for pit road.
The 2 is on pit road.
So the Black Bear guys having made their pit stops. And we are going to have to see a pit stop here. Clashin, are you going to have to pit?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm seeing like 10 laps to go. They're going to be coming to 9 to go this time by Patton with the lead there in the 24. They're going to be coming by and seeing 9 laps to go. And I see Sauce has 4 laps of fuel to go. As the 17 of Sayo has worked his way up and is now passing Cyber for position number 2. So Sayo goes around Cyber. There's that happening.
Yeah, I just want to point out, anybody who's just watched the stream, I believe that's a server thing going on. I didn't catch what car it was. It was kind of funny, but there was a car doing end over end down the backstretch. I didn't catch who it was. Obviously, I think it's something to do with the server or something going on because no one else mentioned it. No one else caught it. But if anybody catches that, I believe that was a game flaw right there. It was kind of crazy, Clay. All of a sudden, I seen this car doing end over end down the backstretch. So I caught him in the corner of a shot, and I tried to catch up to him, but I never did get on him.
The 18 of Cyber is on pit road now.
Could have well been. I think it had red in it for sure. I know that much. But I just couldn't catch up to it to see actually who it was.
I'm trying to look for crinkled noses here. I'm not seeing very many red cars with crinkled noses.
And JoJo's coming down pit road. 18's on
Yeah,
pit road.
finally
The 3
getting
is on
service
pit
to
road.
that number 11, having a lot of damage on the what did I say? The
there's-
right rear.
You got about 4 or 5 more takers coming down pit road, Clay. 1, 2, 3,
Yep,
4,
here comes
5, 6 of
Sayo.
them.
It's
Yep.
the 9 of Sauce, the 24 of Patton, the 43 is on pit road. I don't know what happened to the 24. Did the 24 maybe run out of fuel? 43, 48 as well on pit road. 16 is on pit road for his stop. So, Clash, and you are out and away with your stop. Who is the race leader currently?
The 19 who just entered pit road.
Let me know when that changes, please.
Yeah, number 19 of P. Cola was your race leader. So he's one of the last ones to come down pit road, I believe.
Who's the race leader now?
The 88 who has not pitted yet.
Could the 88 potentially make it? We've seen him do it before. He did it at Charlotte. Let's not forget that. He won the first 2 stages at Charlotte doing the same thing. He managed to save enough fuel to get to the end of the stage.
Yeah,
We're inside 5 to go.
if I thinking right, he did start to fall off, pretty quick here at the beginning. He fell back through the field, so
It'll be 3 to go at the line.
3 to go here at the line for RS Meatwagon, a.k.a. our good friend Xander. He's looking for his first win this year. He did score his first 2 stage wins of the year, I believe, at Charlotte. And he's looking to add a third to his name right here at Chicagoland.
can we get a
He's
call?
going to have to make it 2.5 more laps.
Can we get a call? Who's running second?
I think
I
he's
don't
running
know.
out right now. He just lost a second and a half this lap.
Well, he's still going pretty strong for me. He's got 2 laps to go at the line. We'll see if he makes it. It's going to be a bit of a stretch here to see if he can make it. Is he a full lap ahead of everyone?
No. Everyone that's behind him is for a position.
Okay, so the 51 of Sharp is coming up fast and strong here. And I'll tell you what, this is looking like it's going to be a fight to the finish. I'll tell you that much here. You got Sharp, and then you have 3 Lost in the Sauce Motorsports guys. 1 lap to go here in stage number 2. Is this stage 2?
Yep.
This is stage 2, and he's out. Here comes the 51 of Sharp. He's going to go on by, and so will the rest of everyone else. He's just simply trying to get around here, but the Cobra Hall of Famer has it right now. He's got the 24 of Patton on his doorstep, though, as they dance
make
off
it
of turn
interesting.
4. It's going to be interesting here at the line. Patton pulls to the right, but it's not enough. Sharp gets the stage 2 victory. It's going to be Private Patton in P2. It's Sauce P3. Cyogenic is P4. Elite Precision is P5. As I wait for the remainder of the results. 6th goes to JCR Clashin. 7th is P. Cola. Xander falls all the way down to P8. Cyber is P9. And Blakey T rounds out the top 10. I'll tell you what, this race is flying by in comparison to what we had at Charlotte.
For sure.
That was a gauntlet of a night. For those of you in the chat that remember that night, holy cow, that was a gauntlet. You're watching the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series here from the Chicagoland Speedway. I'm your host, Clay Ramsey, alongside my co-host, GTR Butters, and our in-race reporter tonight is JCR Clash in the number 3. as we're going back to the green flag here in the third and final stage.
Yeah, as they pick up the green flag there, they go barreling down into that turn 1 and 2 through 2 and head out down that backstretch. Looks like Private Patton is your race leader.
He gets away with his team owner there, Sauce, coming together there in P number 2. New entry to the top 5. It's our in-race reporter, the 3 of JCR Clash. And you pull some strategy there to get up in the top 5. How did you get up here?
I had a goated pit entry. I don't know if black flags are off, but it's about as perfect as it gets.
Well, you're in the fight now, certainly. So we're here in stage number 3, Butters. What is your key for the remainder of this race? What is going to be the key to getting the win here at Chicagoland? Because it feels like most of the field is still within grasp of winning this race. What's going to be the key to getting it done?
I think it's going to be patience. Patience and some more patience. I mean, you just patience and position to put yourself in there. You know how these end of these races get. These guys all start getting aggressive. And a lot of times that's when the races go to shit. But if these guys can just stay patient, try not to do nothing too aggressive or dumb, and who knows? I mean, like I said, it's anybody's race.
And further question, are we done with cautions?
I believe we're going to have one more. We'll have another one.
At least one more?
Clash thinks we're going green?
We're going green.
There you go.
I need to go green. That's the only way I can pass people, 'cause I don't trust my internet. It needs to stay green, please.
Well, I'll tell you who this.
If history has it, I don't mean to disappoint you, Clashing, but
because if we get a caution with 10 to go, I'm gonna have to be like, sorry guys, I'm here for an hour and a half. I gotta do something. I can't just ride in the back of the race.
Right.
I'll tell you who's still finding it tough sledding to get back up towards the front. It's the 11 of JoJo. He's fallen all the way back behind you there, Clashing.
Oh, it's really tough to pass.
Really unfortunate deal there between him and the 12 of Elite Precision. I still don't know what happened. I'd love to see both of their perspectives, just for knowledge of what other BS this game loves to throw at us sometimes. Because we know this game is very, very, very far from perfect. Holy moly, I've seen some crazy stuff on this game. That's no fault of any of the drivers. It's simply just the game. The game's just not that great.
Right.
So I'd love to see their perspectives, each of theirs, on what happened there. I see the 8 has had more issues, damage to that right front. Not been a good night for the 8 of RJ Smitty here on the Cup side of things. In his return to Cobra, he did race a couple truck races, so technically he's been back for a couple weeks now. But there's that going on for him. So the 24 of Private Patton, who said he was not going to win this race. Well, he said he wasn't winning it in Xfinity. He didn't say he wasn't winning it in Cup, but I also don't think he expected to be in the Cup race tonight. Sauce kind of throwing it on him that, hey, you're moving up to Cup, it's time for you to go up. And he's got his team owner right there behind him, Sauce giving him the shove for the race lead.
Yeah, he's got a perfect candidate there, the young man of Long Live the Sauce, that team owner. Yeah, you couldn't ask for anybody behind you, any better behind you, for Private Patton. So,
let me ask you this: Are you tired of seeing the 24 at the front? Because Big Jim was at the front in that 24 a whole bunch last year.
Yeah, I feel like I'm having deja vu here watching Jeff Gordon run up front my whole 90s and early 2000s and wherever. How many
Big
years
Jim
he raced.
year.
And then Big Jim takes it over, runs up front all the time. And now we got Private Patton running in 24. I mean, it's like, holy moly, when is this going to come to an end? But, yeah, it's crazy how much you see that number 24 up front.
Let's chat a little bit about this 9 of Sauce and just how much the Georgia driver's been working on his craft this year. He just got through running a potential championship that kind of fell by the wayside in a separate league. But he finds himself in position number 2 racing with some of the top names, not just in Cobra, but in league racing in general. This is a great run so far for this 9 of Sauce.
Yeah, I mean, you can never speak too much of his driving. I mean, this guy is he puts his time in. I mean, you can never doubt Sauce on not putting his time in on when it comes to racing. But yeah, this guy's a grinder, man. I mean, he's a spitfire. He's always got something to say.
He is a spitfire, that is for sure. He brings it. He brings
very
the mojo.
opinionated.
He's 100%.
Yes. And you need guys like that in the league. Otherwise, this guy is never going to let the league go stale. I can tell you that. I'll guarantee you that right now. He brings a lot. I mean, he's an admin. He does a lot of work behind the scenes. So, I don't want to get off the race a little bit too. I don't want to get off too much, but yeah.
No, you say a lot. No, you don't. You guys don't understand. He does a lot for us behind the scenes. Like more than any of us. He probably does more for the league than the other 4 of us admins do combined.
And that's
Let's
what I mean.
Just be honest.
I just want to give him his due diligence, man. I mean, like I said, he puts the time in either, with behind the scenes league stuff, and he still puts time in racing. I mean, this guy is racing leagues. You get on at night and chat with him, and he's getting ready to race a different league. I mean, it's just like, man, he's a hammer. So.
Yeah, super talented. And to be honest with you, we talk about him up with the scope of these guys up here that are some of the best in league racing. Maybe he needs to be considered in that too, because let's not forget, he's 6th in the point standings. He is one of the top drivers in Cobra right now as well in points. Like, we might be like, wow, you see Sauce up here with these guys, and you're like, wow, I wouldn't expect him to be up here. But like we said, he's been putting the work in.
Yeah, his driving gets better and better every year. I mean, he just keeps climbing and crawling. I mean, you have mentioned, he's in the Hall of Fame, the Cobra Hall of Fame, as our one and only team owner. I mean, this guy knows how to build a team. He wins team championships. I mean, what can you else you say about the guy? Now he's starting to focus in and hone in on his driving. So, he could be going down, as a team owner and driver. He's getting up there, to be classified like one of the top guys here in Cobra.
Let's not forget he was a recent addition to the Cobra Hall of Fame as a team owner.
Right.
The first team owner to be elected into the Cobra Hall of Fame this past off season. GTR Mike also in the Hall of Fame, but he goes in as a driver, of course, our Season 1 and Season 2 Cup champion. And, well, when we get our Hall of Fame finished, which is currently in the works, when we get our Hall of Fame finished, his GTR Mike's numbers will also include his team owner numbers as well. So he's in as a driver, but he was also a team captain. So he's gonna have his legacy built for both. Just for those that might be wondering about the Cobra Hall of Fame, that is still in the works as we continue to work on building that.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a little quirk. I believe. Chase, the other one of the admins, co-owners of Cobra, here with me, but he started all that. It goes way back to even before Cobra started, when we started combining with another league 4 seasons ago. So that'd be like a couple years, 2.5 years ago. So yeah, it's really cool to be able to say we got a Hall of Fame. Every year we're going to be looking to get 2 guys in, 3 guys in off stats.
Hopefully.
Now,
we decided to do our voting. Our voting process changed a little bit. Let's not forget the voting process changed.
We're hoping.
So the 5 admins voted, and we had 3 captains vote. So 8 people on the panel. It'll change from year to year, I'm sure, but 8 people on the panel voted. Have to get at least 50% to get in. There's a list of eligible drivers based off of our legacy board, which is what Chase heads up every year. And there's a number of drivers that are eligible, so those guys are who you can choose from, and you can vote. I believe, did we have where you could vote for 3 or 4 guys? I think you can vote for 3 or 4. It depends on how many's on the ballot, but we elected 3 this season. Shark, Big Jim, and Sauce were our additions this year.
Yeah, and that usually goes down right after the season championship. We jump right into that Hall of Fame thing. We figure that out. That's like right away added after the season championship is determined. So personally, I think it's cool. It's really cool that we put the time in to figure that out, to be able to just recognize these guys. You know, these guys put in, they're here to have fun. It's too bad that the game doesn't support how much these guys love to do this stuff, but yeah, it's really cool. It's a little something that we do just to recognize the talent that some of these guys, or the talents that these guys really have. So
I see the 8 of RJ Smitty has indeed called it a night here. It was not easy going for that number 8. So he is our first DNF out of the race. He will finish in the 19th position, I do believe, tonight. Is that right, JCR Clashing?
Yes.
What are we looking at for laps, Clashing?
So we have, I believe, 30. Hold on, I'll let you know here. I know we have 8 laps of fuel left.
Okay.
So we're looking at pit stops here within the next 10 or so laps. Before we get into these pit stops, I want to remind people that the newly named Travis Tyson All Out Truck Series will be brought to you on the Cobra Snake Pit channel. The broadcast going from the mouths of Brinkerhoff and Long Live the Sauce there. We'll be bringing your coverage on the Cobra Snake Pit channel. The channel that we do our podcast from. Will be carrying the truck series for the remainder of the season, so we hope you'll tune in for that.
This will be 28
as you and I will be racing in that one there, Butters.
Yeah, for sure. And I plan on, I probably will stay in the booth, as far as I probably will be the race reporter for this race coming up. So I'll be able to fill in Sauce and Brink with a little track info here as we go. As I run as an independent, so I'm not affiliated with a team, so I'll just, might as well, I can help these guys out as much as I can wherever I can in the booth.
And for pre-race festivities, we'll have driver intros for the truck series as well.
Really? Who's taking that on? Oh, you're gonna give her. Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, we got a battle for second here. It's heating up here right before pit stops. The 12 tried to go underneath the 9 of Sauce. It didn't quite work out there, and we're going to have a change for third as Sayo goes around Elite Precision for the 3rd spot on the racetrack.
You know, guys, I just want to take this moment before Green Pig pit stop start. You mentioned Travis's name, that Cobra named the truck series after him. Just throwing it out there. I believe we just need to show the honor of Travis. We lost him a month ago. Tragically, not tragically, but the man was way too young. It was tragically. I can say that. He just, but like I said, I'm going to try to remember every week here on out, giving him a shout out during the Cup race. We never going to forget him. We lost a brother. And like I said, we're just going to keep his name fresh, and the best way we honored him is naming the truck series after him. And but yeah, like I said, just hope you're looking down, Trav, enjoying some Friday night racing yet.
Oh, we've got contact. Let me bust in here. The 12 tried to clear himself on the 51, and that puts the 51 in the wall. That's going to have him fall towards the back of this pack here. I don't know what happened there. Maybe just 12 thought, I'm clear, not clear, unfortunately there. And that sends the 51 on back as we continually approach these pit stops.
So is it 17 on the lead lap?
Yes.
So he's worked his way back up. Yeah, so he's working his... Well, here we go.
Crucially, he's coming by himself.
by
That's
himself.
very interesting.
That's good, though. He doesn't have to worry about checking up early for people in front of him.
So the 17's going to end up getting the lead as the 9 took to the high side of the racetrack. An interesting move there by Sauce. And now here comes the 19. Oh, the 9's going to jump down to the bottom. He's going to get blocked almost to the apron by the 17.
Crazy
we'll see
move
if
by
either
the
of those
9.
guys headed for pit road here. Clash, and you're headed for pit road this time by.
Yep, I do not want to pit in that big group. That'll be chaos.
So the question is when do the Black Bear guys come? When do the Gorilla Autosport guys? And when does Sauce decide to come? I think Sauce is going to end up coming this time by. Good move. He's by himself.
I only had 1 lap left, and I was in the back of that pack lifting a lot, so I would imagine most of them pit this time.
Well, not too many signaled. The one I seen, yep, Sauce.
Sauce pitting, JoJo pitting.
JoJo pitting. So the rest of the guys, the 17, the 12, the 19, the 18, the 43, and the 51 all stayed out another round. We'll keep the camera on these guys, see if a couple more pop down, or if they come in as a group.
43 is going to be pitting. 43 is going to be pitting.
Yes, sir. We got just
43.
another single taker.
Yeah, 43 came in super hot there. We'll have to wait and see if he got a penalty out of that.
So these guys all must be thinking the same. They don't want to be pitting together. They don't want nothing to happen. So there's basically one car. That last round was a couple cars popped off. But, oh, here we go. We're going to have a pack of 3 coming now.
So Elite's going to come. Looks like the 18's going to come. The 12, though, very conservative here on his entry.
I think you believe he's trying to hit it perfect. Yeah, so we got 17. We got 4 cars coming down. At least Picola out there by himself. He's the race leader, I believe.
Are you surprised by that? Because I'm not.
No.
I am in no way, shape, or form surprised about that.
I'm really surprised at the actual. I know they're 2 different team owners, but I'm actually surprised that the 9 didn't come with Picola or stay out with Picola.
He was in a similar spot to Clash. I'm going to watch this night.
You got a truck race coming up to do.
Yeah.
I am going to disconnect real quick and join back. Butters, do you need any more invites? I sent you another one.
Thank you.
Because I gotta have if he's the race leader, and he is the race leader, I'm looking at Sauce.
Check out so we can clear up some of this internet issues.
Pico Gator's out of the race.
Oh, yes, he is. He stopped here on the front stretch. I believe he did speed, and he has called it a night. Our pole sitter has called it a night.
Tough break for that 19.
So, Clashin, are you good to go to make it to the end?
Yes.
Ooh.
That second pack catch us, but they probably will. I need every spot I can get.
So we have 14 laps to go here from Chicagoland. This is going to get dicey here at the end. As many as 4 are going to be involved in this. Maybe 5, 6, 7, or even 8 could be involved in this by the time it's all said and done. Here comes the 24. He's going to go to the inside of the 11. Feeling the urgency a little bit, the 11's going to get sent up the track just a touch. And here comes that 17 to the inside of the 24. That 17 looking ultra strong, I'll say. He is very quick.
He was all the way to the back of the pack at one point tonight.
Yeah, he's been up and down this pack after starting from the back. They will have a lap car in front of them, the 34 of WRX Mike. Will be a car to navigate here. And they are working their way off of turn number 1. We're approaching 10 to go. This, I believe, is 11 to go, maybe 12 to go.
Patton
There's
is,
blocking going on all the way to the apron.
Yeah, Patton's too far away from his teammate.
And Sauce is going to get put on the outside lane. That is not good for the 9, although the top will work out
apron.
just a little bit. The 3 hits the apron. And that's going to allow the 24 to drive back up forward just a little bit. The 17's going to go to the high side.
Yeah, he's trying to get an angle over there on top of Clash.
And he is going to get the angle. He's going to jump to the outside of the 3 for the second spot. The 12 goes to the inside.
3 wide.
3 wide in the middle is the 3. And he's going to wisely back out of that. Still plenty of time to go in this one. And caught up to this pack now is the 51 and the 43. I believe we're going to have a fight all the way to the finish here, folks.
Don't forget that 12 and 17 are teammates.
They are.
Well, I was trying to help the 9. I tried to let him back in, but it killed momentum and let the 12 back under me.
Look out, everybody. Blakey T's caught the lead pack.
He has.
Sharp's in the middle of this, too. Big pack of cars here fighting for the last 10 laps in this race.
Yeah, this
Sauce
is going to
racing
get crazy.
aggressively, but here comes the hometown kid. It's Elite Precision driving to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for the lead on Sauce. He's going to get it, and he's going to clear him. But here comes the 18 of Cyber to the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh,
he's
Patton.
looking for P2.
I think Patton did lag out, unless I just had the same thing happen.
Oh, Patton's gone now.
Yeah, I was on
Patton
him
is
and he
gone
lagged
for sure
out.
now. He is out.
But there goes Sauce's help. Now he is. There's not even hardly, other than Clash, there's hardly a Chevy in the front right now.
My car's just too tight to do anything.
Question: who's got the internet to survive this?
Hey,
Who has the internet to survive this?
Yeah.
With a lead out front now, and I mean his teammate's not behind him, but I still don't see how.
That's a teammate that he's working past, though. That's a lap car. We'll see what the 34 does to potentially affect this pack. But the 12 is away with it right now.
Blakey has entered the top 5.
Blakey has entered the top 5.
Yeah, don't count out
Interesting
that 43.
The 11 has separated from his teammate. The Yodas are no longer together. In fact, you don't have any teammates together in this pack. It isn't every man for himself going on right now.
I'm happy with 8th. I don't deserve a top 10, but I'm going to take it.
How many laps we got left?
6 to go.
So our admin picks, who do we got come up here front? You got your 18 there in the hunt, right?
I do have my 18 here in the hunt.
The 18's in the best spot, in my opinion.
My guy's in 5th, but I mean, I'm really rooting for Blakey now, so he's in 4th.
No
Blake.
Xander up here. I see no. Well, you're up here, Clashin. You were up picked tonight. Mike G's also not in this pack, unfortunately for you there, Butters. But the 18's up here, the 17's up here, and the 3 is up here. So there are some admin picks in here as we wind this one down. Don't forget, a number of drivers in this pack have yet to win this season, including these front 3, 4 drivers. Have no wins this season. As we're going to dance inside, I believe there's 4 to go now.
Yep.
I don't know if Blakey has it. There he tries to get under the 51. The 17's still trying to work on him too. Might have touched the apron. It's going to get JoJo in the 11 some position on the.
I believe the 51's helping the 18.
That makes sense. They might even be in
They're
the same
both
party.
Hondas, so
Hondas? What?
I call them Hondas.
There goes Blakey down low, though. He's got the draft off the 18 this time with the 12 going high to block the 51. Oh, watch the 11.
51 got the wall on corner entry there. There is 3 laps to go here from Chicagoland. The hometown kid out in front. Can he
JoJo.
pull it off for his first win?
JoJo touched the apron at it, too, and that actually was a good thing for the
34,
front pack.
you are going to get a talking to after the race.
Will the 43 stay ahead of the 17? I don't think he's going to do it. Sayo's going to
The
make the move.
43's in the wall here. There's 2 laps to go here from Chicagoland. Does anyone have anything for the 12?
At whoever did just hit the wall.
Here comes the 51, drafting to the back of this number 12.
He goes under.
He's got some help from the 18, and the 17's a little bit further back as well. There's 2 laps to go. 3 drivers have yet to win this season. Another one with 3 wins already this year is in position number 4 off the final corner. It's going to be the white flag out for the 12 of Elite Precision. What can the Hall of Famer do? It's Hall of Famer versus points leader. What can Sharp do? He's getting into the back of the 12 here. Down the backstretch for the final time.
Everybody
The 12 blocks off nicely. Here we go into 3 and 4. Will we get a dive bomb city here? No, we won't. And off turn number 4, he'll collect his first win in the Cobra E-Racing Cup Series at his home racetrack. Elite Precision wins at Chicagoland.
Big block from the 18 to keep 3rd place.
Second is going to go off to Sharp. And third, for his first career Cobra podium, it's the 18 of Cyber. What a finish here from Chicagoland.
Well, congrats to the Elite for getting that first win. About time. Be right back.
We wait for our top 3 to get in here.
I'll be back in 1 minute, guys.
The fastest lap of the race goes to Elite Precision at 30.159. So let's get the post-race going on here with our top 3 finishers. Let's start with our 3rd place driver. He has scored his first career Cobra podium, and it's well past due. He was my pick to win tonight, and he had a fast number 18 Toyota Camry. Congratulations, Cyber. You're on the podium for the first time, my man. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And also, welcome to Cobra. We haven't heard from you yet this year.
Well, it's been a season of just up and downs where I've just been caught up in other stuff and then the field mod race. So, yeah, good to be on the good side for once on this one.
Kind of tell me about that race there. I felt like you had a car that was capable of winning there at the end, but Chaos won out in the end, but it's still a P3 for you.
I mean, the racing was always going to be crazy around Chicagoland because the track is almighty around here, but yeah, just stayed patient the first 2 stages and just played my marks perfectly, and it led me up to almost getting the win. But yeah, the car was fast, it was great. Wish I got a shot at the win, but I just kind of already knew my fate there. But oh no, just a good points day, which I needed because I'm right near the cut, so yeah, I'll take it.
Well, the guy right there in front of you missed tonight's race. Guardian did not race this evening. Brink, I know you missed a good chunk of this race, but you got anything for our 3rd place finisher, but Cyber? No, Brink's not here. Butters, I'll throw it over to you. Butters, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, what do you got for our 3rd place driver of Cyber?
Hey, Cyber, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Hey, first time getting a chance to talk to you on a post race. Yeah. Yeah, hell of a run, buddy. You had a strong car all night. Was there any moments in the night when you thought maybe something it wasn't going to work out? I mean, I know there was a lot of slicing and dicing going on there for a while, but were you getting nervous there at the end there with the last 5 laps?
Well, to answer the first question, how about if I had it lost or something, stage two with the 11 and 12, I got a little damage, and car wasn't on par like it was entering the corner, so I just stayed back to just manage what I can going into pit stops, and then the last 5 laps, I mean, I already made my bet of what's gonna happen and what to avail. I mean, I knew it, so yeah, I mean, it's just a win would be nice, but to get a top three, I mean, I'll take it. Just like I said, good points all day, all around, I guess.
Well, listen, I keep telling people that'll listen to me that you're well overdue for a win, so I know that win's coming, and it's nice to see you finally finding your footing here in Cobra. And well, I know we'll talk to you a lot more this season as it moves on. But congratulations to you on your very first podium. That was your third place driver of Cyber.
Thank you.
Let's roll over to our second place finisher. And I know he's going to be disappointed with the outcome because he's here to win races. It's our, our Hall of Fame guy returning to competition, Sharp. First of all, congratulations on you and your wife's baby girl. Congratulations on that. For those that don't know, was born Christmas morning? Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Apologize for the background noise, boys. But yeah, everything's going good back home. Appreciate y'all guys for continuing to let me race here and there when I'm able to.
The perfect Christmas gift heading for Sharp and his family there on Christmas morning. Secondly, you are our runner-up tonight. I know you're disappointed, but tell me about your night tonight because you were up and down as well.
Yeah, starting in the back and working my way up. Chicagoland has by far been one of my best mile-and-a-half tracks, and I was very much looking forward to this one. I thought I wasn't going to necessarily have a shot there. I had a little bit of damage coming into that final pit stop, but the guys got to race, and I was able to catch back in the draft, and I was trying to be patient working with Cybrin, but I don't know if he maybe caught the apron one time. It forced me high, and Cybrin was a good enough teammate to cut me a break, not hang me out to dry, let me go for it. And then that final lap, I was planning on going to the high side in 3 and 4. I think Elite caught the apron a little bit in 1 and 2, and he just was sawing on the wheel left. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to protect the bottom, and it just kind of checked everybody's momentum up. And by the time I was able to get my car straightened back out, I just didn't have enough draft coming out of the corner. He pulled away enough to hold on. So GG's to Elite. He's always ran well against me. He's one of the best ones in this league there. There's a reason why he's always one of the front runners here. So I don't race full time anymore, but it is always fun coming back. I love the adrenaline rush. Racing against these guys, there's a lot of fast drivers in here. So I would have loved that win, but to get a podium, get the chance to talk in the booth for a little bit is always fun there. So hopefully we'll get another opportunity to maybe get a win sometime this season with the limited amount of races I'm able to run.
Well, I'll throw it over to GTR Butters here. Butters, what you got for our second place finisher of Sharp?
Just pretty much same old. Good job, buddy. Like I said, it's always a privilege to have you in the booth. It's always fun to have you up here to have a little chat. But yeah, like I said, being a Hall of Famer, we're going to throw that out. We're going to keep you recognized for that. Track champion, or season champion. But yeah, once again, man, just a hell of a job.
Thank you, Butters. And as always, thanks for having me as part of the league. Like I said, I can't reiterate it more. Just the few races I able to run, it's always been fun. And especially with the newer guys that are in here now, they always present a challenge that pushes me to get better with that limited amount of time that I'm able to run this game. I'm not able to practice as much. Some tracks you go to is just like riding a bike, and this is one of those tracks. I mean, was able to work back from some damage in stage 1, got a stage win in stage 2. So I think I showed the boys that are retired scrubs still got some speed on the track.
Well, there you have it. That was our second place finisher of Sharp. And now for the man of the hour. This one's got to feel super special. Your first career win in the Cobra E Racing Cup Series. You take over the points lead over the Christmas break with some changes to the rosters. and you come in and you win your first race at your home racetrack. I know you're excited about that. Elite Precision, how are you, my man?
Let's go. Man, that was intense right there. What Sharp said, I hit the apron at the end and had the wheel crank to the left, just trying to protect the bottom. That's what you got to freaking do, especially when the slipstream is so powerful. I kind of screwed a couple people early in the race by mistake. I tagged the wall, and the 11 caught me, and I kind of messed his race up. So my apologies to him. And then I got real loose, like coming off of 4, and I think I screwed Sharp up at one point. So wasn't intentional when it came to those things, but yeah, man, like this is a real feel good win, Chicagoland hometown win, first win with a new first win with for new wheel, the T248, new wheel, same pace. So, but yeah, that was intense.
Well, so I wanted to bring it back because I was kind of confused by what I saw, by the angle that I had. But the issue between you and the 11 there, it almost looked like the wall just reached out and grabbed you. It almost looked like a glitch to me of some kind. Or either that or you had just got kind of loose or tight or something, and you tagged the wall, and the 11 just didn't expect it and didn't have enough time to react. What happened there? What was the ordeal there?
I just randomly pushed off the corner, and just caught the wall, and I was trying to stay off of it, and he caught me, and then, like I said, I screwed this race by mistake. I really wasn't trying to do that because he was fast doing those first 2 stages, and then I made that mistake, so I wasn't trying to do that. So my apologies to him again.
Well, I was just wanting clarification about what might have happened there because the angle I had was really weird and I couldn't see it really good. So I just wanted to know kind of what might have happened there. Well, so I want to throw it over here to Butters. Our race winner, Elite Precision, gets his first Cobra win.
Yeah, man. Glad to have you. Congratulations. But another strong run, and you finally deserve this. You got your first win here in Cobra, and all I can say is congratulations. You got that point lead. You got a bunch of hungry guys behind you going to be chomping, but yeah, good job tonight, man. Congratulations on that first win.
Thanks, appreciate it. Feel good about next week too. So just got to keep it up. So a lot of tough guys in here. A lot of tough guys.
Well, there you have it. You've heard from our third place finisher of Cyber, our second place finisher of Sharp, and our race winner of Elite Precision. From all of us here in the booth, myself, Clay, broadcaster Clay, our in-race reporter JCR Clashin, and my co-host Butters. Butters, you can go ahead and close us out here. Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna close it up, guys. Anybody out there or guys out there watching, like I said, join the Snake Pit channel. Look on Discord, you'll get your notification. Also goes out on Twitter. We're gonna have Brink and Long Live the Sauce bring the truck series, the Travis Tyson all out trucks here coming up shortly. So with that, we're gonna call it a night. I want to thank Clashin for joining us in the booth for 2 races as a race reporter and a broadcaster. My partner, broadcaster Clay, does mostly talking. He's the backbone here at Cobra. I want to congratulate all the drivers and all the podium guys tonight. Great night of racing. And next week, we want everybody to check back in as we hit, I believe guys have opinion with the hardest road course here. We're going to be at Sonoma. So till then, you guys have a safe and a wonderful weekend. And check us out next Friday, coming live 8 Eastern with the Xfinity guys. Till then, you guys have a wonderful weekend. I believe we're out.